Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you're also back, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again. But if you're new and maybe you like what you see, please consider subscribing because we have tons of fun here on this channel talking about makeup and all things beauty. And in today's video, we are doing a review and swatch fest for the new Hourglass Unlocked Satin Creme lipsticks. I picked up 4 of the regular neutral shades and then the red zero shade as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the shades that I picked up and give you my thoughts on the formulation. Let you know if I think this formulation is worth checking out because it's not cheap at all. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So like I mentioned, these are the Hourglass Unlocked Satin Creme lipsticks. They are the newest addition to the Hourglass lip line and they retail for $38 and contain 0.14 ounce of product or 4 grams. They're available for purchase on the Hourglass website as well as at Sephora and Ulta, both online and in store. And what I realized while doing a little bit of research about other lipsticks on the market is that the sizing of this lipstick at 0.14 ounce or that 4 grams is actually larger than a lot of the other brands in that same mid to high end range, such as Dior, Gucci, Pat McGrath, Lisa Eldridge. They are around the 0.11 ounce or 0.12 ounce sizing. This contains more product, so I felt a little bit better about the price point at $38, which again is in line with those other lipsticks on the market. It's still a pricey lipstick, so we're not going to debate whether or not it's worth the price point. That will depend on your budget and what you are willing to spend on a single lipstick bullet. All right, let's talk about the product features and ingredients before we jump into the actual swatches. So I'm going to read directly from the Hourglass website, right, from the horse's mouth. So it says here, experience high impact color in a single swipe with this ultra hydrating lipstick that delivers a luxe satin creme finish. The creamy lipstick features innovative vegan waxes for a smooth texture that glides on seamlessly and melts instantly into lips. Infused with mango seed butter, avocado oil, and argan oil, the formula conditions for soft, smooth lips and comfortable wear that feels truly weightless. The custom bullet shape allows for precise application. This vegan and cruelty-free lipstick is the newest addition to Unlocked, a collection supporting the Non-Human Rights Project's mission to unlock the cages of wild animals in captivity. Hourglass will donate 5% of the profits from all Unlocked products to the organization's effort to secure fundamental rights for animals. The sleek gold magnetic case is embossed with the Unlocked symbol to illustrate Hourglass's commitment to animal welfare. And I'm not gonna lie, just reading that description really pulled me in. I wasn't originally going to try these lipsticks out, but I was curious because it touts to have a really creamy, hydrating, comfortable formula with impactful color in this comfortable glossy finish. And I was like, all right, I have to pick a couple of these up. I'm going to talk about some of the key ingredients that kind of pulled me in as well and mention what they're intended to do in this formulation. So we have vegan waxes, which is an innovative blend of plant-based fatty acids that mimic beeswax to nourish and condition the lips for ultra smooth application and comfortable wear. It also has high impact pigments which provide full coverage with a satin creme finish that glide on seamlessly and melts into the lips for comfortable wear. And then the hydrating ingredients that I mentioned before are mango seed butter, avocado oil, and argan oil, which will help to retain moisture, keeping lips hydrated and healthy looking. Also, these lipsticks are formulated without gluten, phthalates, parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, and formaldehyde. And they even did a consumer study of 31 women where 100% said lips felt and looked smoother, and 100% said lips felt hydrating, 100% said the product does not feather or bleed, and 100% said the product delivers high impact color in one swipe. That is impressive, okay? They're not saying 90%, 98%. They're saying 100% of the women that tested this lipstick, which is a total of 31, said this lipstick lived up to the claims that they have made about this formulation. And I'm not gonna take their word for it. We're gonna test this out for ourselves. So let me go ahead now and swatch the shades that I picked up so you can see the color payoff, how they glide onto my lips, and how the shades actually look against my skin tone. So let's go ahead and jump into the shades, and I'll start from the lightest and end with the Red Zero shade. So the first shade up is Alpine 304. This is described as a warm beige color. On me, it doesn't translate necessarily as a warm beige. It translates more as a beige shade with pinky undertones. And I was a little bit nervous that this shade was gonna just look too light on my lips. And yes, it is a lighter shade on my lips, but this one will make a beautiful mixer or an ombre shade for deeper lip liners or deeper lipsticks. I love having shades like this in my collection because, again, I can create my own custom ombre nude lip, and this one just glides on in opacity, but it doesn't look too ashy or too stark, which is something that I look for when I go for a lighter color of lipstick. Next up, we have Shore 306, and this is described as a medium brown. And that is kind of what it is. It is a medium toned rosy brown, and it works as a perfect nude on my lips. It almost blends into my lips and gives it just this kiss of a rosy hue. It's really beautiful, and I love how this just glides onto my lips, amps them up a bit, and gives them a little bit of that deep brown rosy hue. This would be a really easy nude for me to pop on and go because it looks so good on my skin tone. It doesn't, again, look too taupey. It just has that little bit of a rosy hue to it. Then we have Larch 308. This is described as a rosy brown. And this one is more of a neutral tone brown on me. It doesn't actually read as rosy as the previous shade, Shore. It gives me more of this cool tone vibe, which will look rosy on other complexions and other lips, but for me, it translates more as like a cool tone nude. And I do like this shade as well. I think it's a very flattering color if I'm going for a more neutral leaning cool tone brown. And again, it would make a great nude to just pop on and go if I'm going for that more neutral leaning vibe. Then we have the shade Sahara 310. This is described as a warm sienna. And this one actually is spot on with that shade description. It is a warm sienna brownie orange shade. It is stunning, and I love an orangey tone on me. This is not too loud or too bold. It's more of a muted orange, and I really, really love this color. I'm thinking if you were a little bit leery of orangey tones on your complexion, but you wanted to try one out, this might be a shade for you to test because it is a little bit more subdued, and it's definitely a beautiful warm shade that is flattering on my complexion. Now let's finish up with Red Zero, which is one of the special shades in the line. It is touted as being 100% vegan red lipstick formulated with an exclusive replacement for carmine, the industry standard for red pigment. So I'm interested to see what this looks like on my skin. So this one is just described as a red shade, and on me, it leans more on the cool tone side rather than the warm tone end of the spectrum. And it's a very muted red lipstick. It's not rich and vibrant and bright and in your face, which I don't know if that's my preference for a red lipstick. I know this is a vegan formula, so carmine is completely excluded. And carmine is that ingredient that gives red lipstick that punch, that oomph. This one for me is just a little bit more subdued and a little less punchy than I like in a red lipstick. But I know people are looking for a vegan option for a red lipstick. And I'm happy that Hourglass is investing in development and research to create that red formulation that vegans can be happy picking up and purchasing. All right, now that you have seen swatches of all the shades individually, I did want to go ahead and pop up all 4 of the neutral shades that I picked up because they have varying undertones, and I wanted to show the differentiation in case you were interested in one of these shades and you just wanted to see how the undertones look when compared up against the other shades. So again, we have a warm tone beige, a more rosy tone nude, a cool tone nude, and then a beautiful warm sienna orange shade. And I like all of these shades and having them in my collection because I can mix up a nude lipstick. And right now I am wearing a combination of Shore, which is the warmer tone nude on me, and then a lip liner from Huda Beauty. This is the shade Rich Brown from the Lip Contour 2.0 collection. And I think this is such a beautiful nude shade. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and wrap up with my final thoughts about this formulation and the shades that I picked up. Now, we already talked about the price point, so I won't get into that again. But I think this is a pretty decent price point considering that Hourglass is more of a luxury brand. It places itself on the higher end of makeup brands on the market, and so the products are priced accordingly. And I think the aesthetic of the brand kind of flows in line with that. So if you grab your lipstick packaging, it's going to be eye-catching. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful shiny gold with this eye-catching logo at the base with the little bunny. This packaging is so cute. It is so well done. And they had the foresight to include the label on the cap of the lipstick as well as on the inner tube, because instead of having the label on the bottom like most lipsticks do, this one has the label on the top of the cap since the logo imprint is on the bottom of the tube. This is a beautiful rectangular shape. It's exquisite. It looks gorgeous. And you can store the lipstick sitting up in your collection with the beautiful H logo at the top. Inside, we just have a standard bullet lipstick. They say it's a customized bullet, but it doesn't seem that much different. It does have a lovely shape, but it's not that much different from your typical bullet lipstick. It has that angular shape to it that you can use to follow the contour and curves of your lips. And the packaging is magnetized, which is a nice touch, but they will repel each other if you try to stack them next to each other. But overall, I think the packaging is stunning. It's luxurious and it fits the Hourglass aesthetic as well as the price point of the product. Now, the packaging doesn't feel too heavy and too weighted, but it has a nice feel to it, a nice luxurious feel. It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic toss away product. So I really do love this packaging overall. It also says that the plastic that is used in this packaging contains 70% recycled plastic to reduce the use of virgin plastic, which I think is a nice touch. I do like that eco-conscious aspect to packaging these days, especially with so many single-use plastics floating around in our environment. The carton that it comes in is also made from FSC certified paper and is widely recycled. So if you grab these, you can recycle the box packaging. But let's go ahead and talk about the product and the performance, because I know you guys want to hear about the formulation. How does it feel on the lips? Does it live up to all the claims of being hydrating, smoothing, pigmented? And I must say, I'm gonna say it, yes, it does. Oh my God, this is such a comfortable, creamy, silky formula. It does feel really buttery and creamy on the lips. Now, it's not like greasy butter. It's more like that creamy, glidey, slippy formula, but it's also not so slippy that it's bleeding outside my lip lines. It's not migrating into the pores and lines around my lips. It's staying on, and it feels so comfortable. As far as wear time goes, this is not touted as a long wear lipstick, so you will have to touch up and reapply throughout the day. It does wear down pretty uniformly. Again, it wears pretty comfortably, but you will have to touch it up as you would with any other creamy lipstick on the market. And my lips, oh, they look so healthy and hydrated, and it feels so smooth and comfortable. You guys, when you rub your lips together, like I said, it feels like a buttery, creamy lip balm, and the color is there. It is so beautiful, guys. I am so excited that the formulation really does live up to the claims, because it's $38, and I went ahead and spent that on 5 of the shades, and I am happy that I did, except for the red shade, which is my only negative. Now, the packaging for the red lipstick is this bright metallic red, gorgeous in comparison to the gold for the other shades. Packaging beautiful, but my problem with this one is the color. I'm not as in love with this red shade as I am with my other red lipsticks. And I know that this does not contain carmine, so it's not going to have that same impactful, bold, bright red vibrancy that carmine brings to a formulation. And I can accept that. So if you're vegan and you're looking for a red lipstick, this is still very beautiful, but for me, it's just a little bit too muted. I like pop and zing when it comes to red lipsticks, so I'm not in love with the red color. I hope they continue to do research and maybe try to get a brighter, more vibrant option available, but for now, this is cute, right? But it's not my favorite shade. The other 4 nude shades that I picked up though, so beautiful. They're so stunning, and each of them are different on my skin tone, so I don't feel like I overdid it with getting all 4 of them. One is more of an orange, so that one is definitely more different, but I have a lighter nude that I can use for an ombre. I have a more rosy nude and then a cool tone nude. So I think overall the selection that I made for myself and my complexion, I was spot on with picking my shades, and I'm not opposed to checking out other shades from this line because it feels so good on the lips. And after wear, your lips still feel hydrated and comfortable, almost like you were wearing a lip balm with a lip color added on top. But this one is just in a one and done bullet lipstick, and I love that. So hopefully this video was helpful. I don't think you would be disappointed if you went ahead and grabbed one of these shades. It may be just a treat for you to grab a nude lipstick that you know you will wear a lot and get a lot of use out of for that $38. But I'm telling you right now, the formula, yeah, I agree with those 31 women. Yes, it's 100% a go for me. It's a comfortable formula. It feels lightweight on the lips, and it definitely is smoothing. My lips have lines in them, and this lipstick, it's not smoothing them out with a plumping effect. It's more giving this look of hydration to them, and it's not settling into any of those lines to accentuate them. It's just giving them that more plump, hydrated look, and I am in love. Again, hopefully this video was helpful, as well as my swatches. I will leave links down below on where you can pick these up. If you have the option to shop through Ulta, do that, because their rewards program is so much better than Hourglass and Sephora. Just saying. And I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter, where you should be following me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.